Hey, my name is Dawson, and this is my very first flip house. I just spent most of my life savings buying this place, and I'm gonna be trying to fix it up all by myself. There is a lot to do here, so let me give you a quick tour around the place. One of my big projects I have to do at this house is doing something about all of these trees. They are everywhere, and I don't think have ever been trimmed in the last like 20 years, but these ones in particular are a huge problem. These are planted way too close to the driveway, and it's gonna cause some issues. And if you look behind these trash cans, you can see that the sewer line also goes like right here to the street. So I'm worried that these are growing into the sewer line. So I kind of got to figure that out. Something I have to do on this house is replace the garage door. This is original to the 80s and it's actually has a lot of damage. So if you look down here, parts of the panels are just rotting away. And this one in particular has actually already been replaced. I think they just put a sheet of plywood here actually. And the guy who used to live here used to make movie props. And so he made this stencil for some movie about a war and he just painted it onto the house because he thought it looked cool. I actually thought it meant washer and dryer, but apparently it means war department. But this whole thing has to get replaced and it'll get a new garage door opener. So it'll improve the form and the function of this whole entire area, I hope. One of the best parts of this house is the really old, I think these are oak or elm trees, I'm not sure, but they have never been trimmed in the last 20 years. And so a lot of like these type of branches and stuff actually shouldn't be there. So I think once the tree trimmers come and they clean all this up, it's going to get a lot more just like natural sunlight in here without being too bright, and it'll just be a lot cleaner. But this is not a project that I could do myself because these trees are like 2 to 3 stories tall, so I need a professional to do that. All right, this is an entryway and it has a lot of potential out here. There's like it goes up 2 stories, so that's pretty cool, but it's honestly really dirty. I don't think anyone's ever cleaned this house. So if you look over here, there's just like blackness all the way down the siding. And again, the previous guy who lived here painted this weird little symbol on it from a war. I actually think it's like a cross from World War I or II, but this is just, why would we paint this on the house? I don't know. And then the front door, I'm also gonna hopefully try to save. It's a nice wood door, but it's like deteriorating because no one's ever conditioned it or gave it any stain or anything like that over the years. So hopefully I can fix that. If not, maybe I'll have to replace it. But let's finally take a look inside. So this house was built in the 80s and it's been basically just rented out, but I don't think the owner actually ever came here or took care of it. So there's a lot of just general maintenance that's never been done and which leads to other problems. So I'll show you that. But once you walk inside, you come into this little entryway. My plan here is get just a new light and then maybe do like a cool little console table with a mirror to, just kind of like last looks as you're coming through, or maybe somewhere to put your shoes. But I love that you come in here and it has really tall ceilings, but it's insanely smelly. You cannot comprehend it when you're watching the video, but there used to be multiple dogs and cats that lived here, and over the years, they just stank up the place and nothing ever got cleaned, it feels like. So there's a lot to do in here, but I think removing the carpets is an easy step 1 because that'll remove most of the smell. But so here's kind of the layout. When you're in the living room, you have a nice little fireplace here on the side. I'm gonna figure out a way that I could put a plug here so people could mount their TV. And then if you look over here, this is where the dining room area is, and it's very 80s. There's this whole wall of mirrors that has to come out. And then up here, there's also mirrors where there's like this little ledge that goes all the way around the room. And like I said, this guy used to make movie props. And so this, when I toured the house, was completely full of stormtrooper helmets, medieval knights armor, and all this kind of stuff just everywhere. And actually, this whole room didn't really have any furniture in it. It was just a storage room. So there was like statues of medieval armor and like all of this kind of stuff here. So it's definitely just been used as like a prop house basically. But this is the kitchen, and this is gonna be one of my very first big projects in the home. So this wall, I think, is load bearing, but this wall obviously is not. It has a hole cut out in it, and I would love to be able to cut this like here and open it up into the kitchen. So follow me around, you'll see what the kitchen looks like. It's kind of like a little small galley kitchen, but on this side you have dishwasher, sink, and refrigerator, and it has a nice little window out to the backyard. So I think all of this is gonna stay the same. And then this side of the kitchen is where the stove is. So I'm hoping that if I'm able to cut this wall down to countertop height. I could extend the countertop out and have some seating over there. I would remove all of this so you get a little bit more light into the living room and you just feel a little bit less closed in. The only tricky part about all this is I don't know if there's like a gas line coming from the bottom for the stove or from the top, but either way, I would have to figure out a vent situation if I was removing this part of the wall. But I'm gonna talk to a contractor, just kind of get their opinions and then see what I can do from there. But yeah, the kitchen cabinets, unfortunately, I think they're all gonna have to go. They're original from the 80s and pretty nasty. So that'll be a big project. I'm gonna do all of the popcorn ceilings get removed in the house too, and I think that'll just help it feel nicer. And there's a little pantry over here too, which I haven't decided if you can go in there. I haven't decided if I'm going to remove this and make it part of the cabinets or just kind of paint that and make it good. But something gross about this house is that I think there used to be rats that lived in the ducting because the guy told me that he would hear them running in there. And if you look up here, you can see insulation coming out of the vent, and that is because the rats were in there and they were eating it and then it would come out the vents. And so unfortunately all the ducting is going to have to get removed too. But let's move on to the next room. This is the primary bathroom and there is a lot of work to be done in here. So layout wise, I think it's pretty good. This is where the vanity and toilet are gonna be staying in the final version, but I need to get rid of this vanity. It's way too short and gross. So that's gonna go. I'll probably get like maybe 2 mirrors here and a new light fixture. The toilet is in an okay spot, but the shower is a disaster. So my plan is to remove these shelves if I can and then just make the shower go wall to wall. But this, a couple days after I got the keys to this house, I found a puddle of water here next to the toilet. And so I was kind of trying to decide, like, is it the toilet leaking? Is it the skylight leaking that's like right above here? Or is it the shower? So I turned off all the water to the toilet, figured out that was not it. I also decided that if it was the skylight leaking, like I would have seen something discolored on the drywall. And so I've decided, it must be the shower that was leaking. And if you look down here, the tiles are actually buckling out of the wall where I'm assuming there's a leak or something back there. So somebody has caulked all of the grout lines to try to fix that, but that's not gonna do diddly squat. So there's actually like black stuff popping out of there too, which I don't even wanna know what that is. But yeah, so this is all gonna have to go. And then, like I said, if I could get rid of these shelves, I could make the shower twice as big, which would be great, especially for a primary. And then this is kind of an interesting situation. There's like a big shelf up there and I haven't been able to see up there yet, but I'm assuming it's very dusty. So that will be fun to paint. But anyways, come to the living room and let's start walking towards the other bedrooms. I just want you to look up real quick at the ceiling. It's very dirty, but you'll notice there's a circle around the ceiling fan. So I think that the fan has been like directing all the dirt to not stick there, but then it sticks right outside of where the fan is. But I'm gonna have to get all the popcorn ceilings scraped, and so that should all get taken care of when I do that. But let's go this way. I'll show you the bedrooms. There's also a little closet here, which I'm not exactly sure what this would be for because it's not a coat closet, but maybe people will just store like games and that kind of stuff in there. But there's just a lot of like drywall damage in the house from being a rental for so long. But once I get it painted and the drywall patched up and everything, I think that'll be a big help. So this is the front door. So we're kind of like right here off the entryway. And this is where the other 2 bedrooms are and another bathroom. So if you come in this hallway and you go right, you'll start into the first bedroom. It's like a smaller bedroom, but I think it's a still pretty good size, especially like for a kid's room or something. And there is a little closet over here with an old 80s like alarm system, which I don't have a key to get into, so we'll see how that goes. In my very first house, there was an alarm system that I cut the thing to because I thought it wasn't working, and then an alarm started going off in this attic in the middle of the night. So anyways, I'm nervous about taking that apart, but it'll be fine. And then over here is our little bathroom. So this bathroom is shared by these 2 bedrooms. This would be like where guests and stuff come to use the bathroom if they're coming over, but it's also really gross. The tiles are also having that same problem where they're buckling out of the wall. And so this is just gonna have to get completely removed. And then the layout is fine. So I'm just gonna replace everything where it is just with something new. And then there is actually like a little closet back here too, if you wanna sneak in. So it's like nice. There's a little linen closet in the bathroom as well. But okay, let's go to the last bedroom. When I toured the house, I actually couldn't walk in here because it was completely full of stuff and it was a movie theater. So this room, I think I would stage this as maybe an office or something when I get to it, but I love that it has all these big windows in the front, and it also has a little closet here in the side, but there's a ton of drywall damage in this room. And so I don't know what they had on the walls, but on this wall too, it's just like a million little holes. So I'm hoping once I fix this with just a little bit of spackle, like I could kind of blend it into the textured walls and then just paint the room. But yeah, the bedrooms are probably the easiest space in the house. But there's one other room, which is the garage I want to show you. So if you come down here, it's right off of the main hallway. And like I said, the guy used to make movie props. And so this is where he would work. This was his workshop. And there's a big story in this room too. So this room is technically illegal. Somebody has added this air conditioner vent to the room, and it connects to the whole home AC, which you're not allowed to do. So that, I think, happened because at one point somebody walled off most of the garage. So from here over was a wall, and they were making this into like a little hangout room. And that's why this part of the garage has this like faux brick wallpaper and all this stuff. And somebody had also tried to paint the garage floor to be like a cool little vibe. But then at some point, somebody took down all those walls and made it back into a garage. And so anyways, this has got to get like a pretty good rehab as well. But in here is the laundry room. It's a little dark. Oh, here's the light bulb. But so there's the laundry stuff here. And then over here is the water closet. And the guy told me that he heard mice in this closet at one point. So we're gonna have to figure that out as well. But the only other space I need to show you is the backyard. So come on this way. Like I said, I think that this house has a lot of potential. I love the high ceilings. I love like the layout, I think is pretty good, but it just hasn't been maintained for a long time. One example of that is this. It's not a French door, like half of it is fixed, but the other half is this is this French door style window, and it's completely rotted away on the bottom, so I have to replace that. But come outside. This is the backyard, and it's actually pretty big. It goes behind the house this way. So there's a huge tree back here. But again, like the front yard, it's never been trimmed or pruned or anything like that. And so it needs to have a big pruning job done. And I think it'll be really nice. But there's a pretty big area out here. Once I get all this like mowed down and stuff, I might do like an area of gravel just so it's a little bit more low maintenance, especially in a yard like this. But yeah, I think this has potential. Clearly somebody's been using this like as a swing at some point. But the other thing that I need to figure out on the exterior is just a lot of it has started to just like become damaged. So eventually I'm gonna have to take off all of these pieces of trim and replace all these and like eventually paint the whole outside of the house. So I've got to figure out how to do that because I've never painted a house before. And then the fence also is falling down. So this is unfortunately gonna have to be replaced as well. But so that's the tour. I've got a lot of work to do here, but I think it has a ton of potential. And if you're interested in do-it-yourself home renovations, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I have a lot of projects coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.